Welcome to Revolutionary Motion, where we show you tennis from a different perspective. In today's video, we'll show you guys a tiebreak that was played in the final of the ATP 500 event in Germany this summer between Marcelo Melo and John Peers and Andrea Vavasori and Simone Bolelli. Marcelo Melo has been number 1 in the world in doubles. John Peers has been number 2 at this highest. Vavasori has been number 43 and Bolelli has been number 8. So you can see it's a pretty high level match here. And we're trying to use this opportunity to teach you guys how to count and play in a tiebreak. So first things first, what's very important to notice is that in the tiebreak, the person that would normally now serve their next service game is the one that starts serving in a tiebreak. And then it's very important to notice that the first server in the tiebreak only plays one service point, and then the server will change to the opposing team, and again it would go to the next person who's in line to serve if they had a service game going on. And so the order stays the same as in the set, and that second person, and from here on out every other person, will serve 2 service points in a row in order to complete the tiebreak by winning 7 points before the other team wins 6. If both teams happen to win 6 points, you have to win by 2 points, which means you're playing up to 8. If it goes to 7-7, you're playing up to 9, and so on, until one team can get ahead by 2 points and decide the tiebreak for themselves. Now, what's also important to notice is that the sides will be changed once 6 points in the tiebreak have been played, and that will continue every 6 points just to keep it fair with the weather conditions, the sun, the wind, and everything else that can influence you on the court. So both teams have the same chances trying to decide the tiebreak for themselves. One last thing for you guys before we get into the match play. In the dark shirts in the background you will see Melo and Peers play, and in the foreground in the white shirts you will see Vavasori and Bolelli play. Now as we watch the tiebreak here, you can see the score in the background behind the server, and you can see it's very quick in doubles. So a lot of people think that rallying in doubles also plays a big role, but as you can see here, most of the points are decided within 1 or 2 shots where, it's maybe a serve and a return, or a serve, a return, and one more volley to decide matches, especially when you're playing on grass in tennis, because the court is so much faster and the ball really skids on the ground, which makes it really challenging to react when, professionals hit at such high speeds as, looking at 130, 140 mile an hour serves here from time to time that are mostly unreturned, or at least not returned with a great return here. And obviously, once they're done with the first 6 points, you will see that they're changing the sides as we just talked about. So after this point, there should be a changeover happening, and the teams will change sides and will continue play in the same pattern as before, where the servers now don't change, and the servers will, continue the pattern that we talked about, which is starting the first point on the add side, the second point on the do side, and then the other team starts serving for the next couple points to continue the pattern until one of the 2 teams wins 2 points more than the other team and gets to at least 7 points to win that tiebreak. And you can again see here how quick these points are decided. It's really just 1, 2, 3 shots and most of the points are done. Just like here, an easy put away after the return that brings Melo and Peers up 5-3 in this tiebreak, and you can see it's almost done in the tiebreak. Here, unfortunately, Vavasori and Bolelli missed that shot, even though they had a chance to pass. But again, with the bounces on grass, it's very, very challenging to be consistent, because you never know what's going to happen with the ball on this court, because it's not even, and the grass is obviously, played. You can see here behind the baseline, it's a lot more used. It's not as green as it is in some other spots on the court, which makes it really challenging to adjust to the bounce of the ball.
Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon.